Black History Month is brought to you by Calvin Smith Law, the Injury Lawyers, and by This Is It, Southern Kitchen and Barbecue, real food for real people.
Welcome back. A Lawrenceville lynching more than 100 years ago is now officially being acknowledged by the city. The horrific public murder of Charles Hale is now recognized with a historical marker in the town square. CBS 46's Sierra Cummings exclusively spoke with Mr. Hale's last living relative, but their story is far from unique. As part of our Black History Month series, we're exploring the continued efforts to memorialize men who were lynched.
A soil collection in memory of men lynched here. The February 19th ceremony was to honor Zeb Long, who was jailed after the 1906 Atlanta race riot, then dragged from his cell and hung by a mob. But this East Point horrific tale is far from the only one in the metro.
I can't remember a time that I didn't know.
Charles Hale, the uncle Inger Williams, never knew, but his story she's always known.
No, my uncle wasn't ever tried. He wasn't ever convicted. He didn't even get a fair chance. He was just murdered.
April 7th, 1911, Hale was accused of assaulting a prominent white woman. April 8th, while in the Lawrenceville jail, a massive white mob broke into his cell, dragged the 35-year-old outside and into town square. On a light pole, they hung him and a sign that read, "Please do not wake."
Although they lynched my uncle and they shot him 200 times, his legacy still lives in us.
It was her Aunt Willie, Hale's wife, who helped keep the disturbing details alive until she died in the 1980s. One fact which remained evident, historians say the sheriff at the time never intervened. Williams has since talked with the sheriff's last living relative, a granddaughter.
Oh, she said that he was a member of the KKK. It was hurtful because it validated that even the more it was pure hate and racism.
The marker is designed so that people will forever see and remember the history not only of Mr. Charles Hale, but of lynchings in general in America. There are modern day cases of murder, modern day cases where justice is denied. We see that all the time.
The Gwinnett Remembrance Coalition partnered with the Equal Justice Initiative to make this marker possible, just installed feet away from where crowds once showed up with their kids to watch the hanging. Now families show up to the same spot to learn of the horror. Formerly a sign of hate, now of hope.
Not just for Lawrenceville, but my hope is that around the world, around the country.
In Lawrenceville, Sierra Cummings, CBS 46 News.